Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to review the new Rossignol Sushi. Not to be confused with the old Rossignol Sushi, because Rossignol had to drop 3 versions of the sushi this year. This is just the regular width. There's also the light for you tiny riders, and then there's the original, which is now the wide. Are you confused yet? You probably are. Who cares? This board is only available in 144. If you want to get a 145 wide, you have to get the Sushi wide. And if you're a tiny rider, you want to get the Sushi light. Confused yet? Probably. Still gonna keep going with this review. This board features Rossignol's AmpTech Elite or Directional AmpTech Elite. So you have a 30% rocker in the nose, camber underfoot, then a 10% rocker in the tail. Basically, you get that snap and pop of camber underfoot, but you get that ease of rocker out in the tip and the tail, just so you get better float. I rode this board at Brighton out in Utah. It was a mix of sun and clouds. It had snowed about 8 inches. I'd say it was really more like 10, almost to a foot deep. Snow was a little bit grabby just on this board, just felt a little bit sticky. And I rode it with my K2 Thraxis boots and my K2 Indy bindings. Basically, it was the perfect conditions to go out and ride a short, fat powder board like this. Look at this thing. You can tell it's directional as fuck. Look at it, it's directional. You see that it's directional. So what you get is softer nose, stiffening up through the insert pack, then a slightly softer tail than the center of the board, but all the flex is in the nose of this. There's a lot of torsional give to it, so you can really twist and drive it. Now, when it comes to stability on this thing, you're gonna notice a lot of flap out in the nose, and you're gonna see that the chatter will resonate back underfoot. But the cool thing is this has the light frame core in there, which is a urethane dampening agent in there. And what that does is it helps dissipate that chatter. Really rutted out terrain, you're probably gonna get bucked around just a bit, but it's not gonna kill you. This board is actually fairly stable due to its size, but its width. You see how wide that thing is. I mean, you look at it and you're like, that thing is wide. So, in the trees, probably not gonna die. Frozen mogul field, dead. With that setback camber and lack of tail, all the snap comes off that back foot right where those insert packs are. So you're gonna be doing all the work. Don't expect the board to really engage. So the harder you pop with that back foot, the more air you're gonna get. But the good thing is the size of this board, you can throw it around any way you want. It's not the snappiest board out there, but it's also not dead. So you got all that kind of going on. There's no tail on this board, so you're not going to be buttering on that. In fact, you're pretty much going to be doing it all on the nose of the board. You look at that giant shape that it has, you pop a 180, you land on it, it locks in, there's a little bit of rebound from that camber zone, you pop up and you go on your way. The board is a little racer when you get it on groomers. So if you're cutting around the mountain, going from powder spot to powder spot, or just going from one set of trees to the other, and you're on the cat track and you need to rip some turns around slow people that have no reason to be turning on a cat track, here you go. You can load up that camber zone and push into what little tail it has, and it will slingshot out of the turn and rip right around anything in your path. This is a board that you can lay a Eurocarve on with ease. So who's this board for? It's definitely for someone that's getting into tight trees, that needs a board that's quick and nimble, someone that's chasing powder, that's someone that understands that this is going to be a complementary deck to their daily driver. This is something you add to your quiver of boards. Alright, so it's essentially just the same as the regular Sushi from last year, which is now the 145 wide, not to be confused with the 144 light, which is designed for lighter weight riders and people with smaller feet. Basically, this is that intermediary between the light and the wide, and this board doesn't disappoint. The Sushi has never disappointed. It's a great board, it rips, it does everything you could want it to do, and more. I can't speak enough good things about this board. I really can't. It's that good of a board. Comparable boards, the K2 Cool Bean, the Weston Backwoods, the Telos Backslash, This has been my review of the Rossignol Sushi. Do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? Are you buying one? Are you confused by the fact that there's now 3 models of the exact same board, all varying sizes and widths? Leave me a comment down below. Let's discuss this. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the content we've got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you'd really like to support us and want to see us build out our snowboarding network, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP. It's the best way to support us, support the content that we've got coming out for all of you snowboarders of the internet. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.